Hi guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today we're making a breakfast casserole. It's called an egg loaf. I believe I got the original recipe from Keto Dad. And here we go. It's so simple. You want to soften a block of cream cheese, 8 ounces. I've had mine out for a couple hours. It's pretty soft. You can either soften a stick of butter, or I just microwaved it because it wasn't soft enough. You need 8 eggs, cinnamon. If you want, you can add a couple packets of like stevia to sweeten it. This is what I use. It's got no, it's erythritol and stevia. That's it. Oops. You're going to need some spray for a 7 by 11 casserole dish. I've already sprayed mine with olive oil spray. I use the olive oil spray for everything, so it doesn't bother me. I'm going to just put everything in my mixer here, my blender. You could do this with a hand mixer also. This just adds, I think, a lot of air to it and makes it lighter. So into the mixer, can I have 2 paper towels, please? Oh, I got a whole roll. How do you like that? Okay, so into the mixer, I'm going to crack my eggs. And again, there's 8 of them. Now, I tried this recipe before, and I made it like savory. I did a breakfast sausage that I fried up in a pan, and then I added, after I mixed this all together, I added cheddar cheese to it. And it was pretty good, but kind of bland. So I think next time if I do that, I'm going to have to add some like red pepper flakes or something else to it. But it was, it definitely is something that you could make into a savory dish. But we like it this way the best. It tastes kind of like French toast. I don't like French toast though, but I like this. Okay. Let's see. Well, that doesn't want to come out of there. I'm not talking to myself. My husband's in the kitchen. Or maybe I am talking to myself. May I have that sponge, please? Okay, so I got all 8 of the eggs in. I'm going to put 1 cup of butter in. I'm sorry, 1 stick of butter. 1 cup would be 2 sticks. This is 1 stick or half a cup. And you can melt it, or if it's softened just from being out on the counter, then that's fine too. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. Or not. Hang on 1 second for me. I'll move you back over. We'll move over when we put it to the baking dish. Okay, so you have an 11 by 7 casserole. You want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. We've got 8 eggs and 1 stick of butter in here, and I'm adding 1 package of cream cheese to it. And I'm just cutting it up in fairly large blocks. Okay. You probably could do this if you have one of the newer food processors that has the silicone seal on it. You probably could do that in there, but don't do it in an older one because they don't have a seal. And you'll have egg all over your kitchen. Ask me how I know that. And then I'm going to, you need a teaspoon of cinnamon, but more is always better, so just put it in if you want to. And then what's not on the recipe that I always add and forgot to bring out is vanilla. I think like to your left, Chuck. Keep going. Last cabinet on your left. We've lived in this house for almost 20 years. He still doesn't know where stuff is in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to say like 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Or more. Okay, then just put the top on. And
get that closed.
Yeah, make sure the thing's closed, otherwise it'll be, see, I almost had this open. Otherwise it'll be all over your cabinets. Power on. I'm going to pulse it to begin with. That's Winnie singing. She likes this. Hold on 1 second. Now I'm just going to open it up and just move the stuff off the sides. So take a spatula, get some of the cream cheese and the cinnamon off the sides. back down in. And like, I feel that you can't do this too long. I feel like the more you do it, the fluffier it'll be. So I'm going to put it on again. Okay, that should be good. I'm moving over to the left here where my pan is. So again, I'm using a Temptations pan, and I don't know if you guys have Temptations or not, but I don't like to stick my Temptations pans into a hot oven. So I'm going to stick this into a cold oven. I'm going to put the timer on 350, the temperature. When it hits the 350, that's when I start timing. But if you have a preheated oven in the pan that won't break in a preheated oven, by all means, put it in a hot oven. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now I'm just going to pour it into the casserole dish. And definitely, if you guys like sweeter things, add some sweetener to it, but we don't normally add sweetener to our French toast either, so I feel like it's not really needed. Okay, so this is what you have. It's like liquidy, almost like pancake batter. And then I just like to sprinkle some additional cinnamon on top. It looks pretty and it tastes good. Okay, so again, you're either going to put this in your preheated 350-degree oven, or you're going to do like I do, and I'm going to stick it in my cold oven, bring my oven up to 350, and then I'm going to start timing it for 40 minutes. I will come back when it's out of the oven, and I will tell you how long exactly it took, and I'll also give you the macros on this. Hi guys, we're back. This cooked 350 degrees for 40 minutes. I think I'm going to try to take the camera off of the stand here so you can get a close-up of it. But it is nice and fluffy. The cinnamon's on the top. It made a little crack there, but it's all good. I'm going to let it cool down for just a couple minutes, and then I'll slice into it, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, it's cooled down a little bit, and as it cools down, it deflates slightly. So I'm just going to cut this. And let me give you some numbers real quick. Okay, so this is supposed to be 6 servings. So cut it down the middle. Okay, I'm making a mess, but that's okay, I don't care. Into 6 pieces, okay? Each piece is a serving. It has 1.7 net carbs per piece, 36 grams of fat, and 11 grams of protein. So let me show you, because I like the corner. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I don't know if you can see. That was an uneven cut. It's kind of spongy and delicious. Chuck just put the light on for me. And I serve it with some bacon on the side, and I'm going to drizzle some sugar-free syrup on top. And that's breakfast. So very low carb, keto friendly. Don't really taste like eggs. It doesn't taste like eggs, no. I think that you can put butter on it. Sometimes I do if I'm trying to get the extra fat in. Otherwise, you could just put the sugar-free syrup on. And then, like, my son who's not doing keto or low carb, he eats this when he comes home. So it's not, like if somebody in your family's not watching it, they can still have it and enjoy it. All right, guys, I hope you like this recipe. I will put the written recipe in the description box as well as the macros for it. If you have any questions, I will do my best to try to answer them. Just leave me a message below. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't done so, please hit that red subscribe button.